my name is Michael Markov, and I am playing Dungeon Defenders 2. So, Dungeon Defenders 2 is a tower defense with a third-person shooter element to it. The game is made by Trendyent, and it is a casual game that is tower defense. Games that are similar to this game, there's a game like Sanctum. I believe there's a Sanctum 2. There is Dungeon Defenders 1, and there is Orcs Must Die and Orcs Must Die 2. All of which are tower defense FPS games and are very similar to one another. Some things about this game. Right now, I'm going through the Hero Manager, and the Hero Manager is something new to Dungeon Defenders 2 compared to 1. And the Hero Manager makes it so that you can change heroes in the mission. And there are also daily missions now. So, before in Dungeon Defenders 1, you could have however many heroes that you wanted that each do different things and build different towers and have different abilities. And you could have as many as you want and bring them in. But now you can only have 3, and you bring them in. Excuse me. So, Dungeon Defenders 2 also has a nice touch in which they have an incoming which shows the enemies that are coming at you. Now, the very basis of this game is that you are pretty much defending your core, and you use gems and mana and attacks to defend your core. You use towers and stuff like that too. So, something unique to this game are fire carts and ice carts or any other interactables in the level. These are just things to help if anything gets too hectic. So, what you can see me doing now is place down towers to defend against a horde of enemies. Now, I mess up here in a little bit by not placing enough towers, and I also don't place towers in the line of enemies, but I do right here. So when you place towers in front of enemies, they will stop and hit the towers that are in front of them. But if you put them only on the side, they won't stop and attack, and they'll go straight to your core. So there are levels to each map that you play, and as you progress through the game, things get harder. Enemies will have more health, and things are just harder to do in the game. You have to use a little bit more strategy about what you do. So here you can see the abilities, defend, and the abilities are your 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 is always going to be a self-healing ability. Then your 5, 6, 7, and 8 will be your towers, and each character has a different tower. So that makes this game pretty unique, in which each character does a different thing. So, and also, with there being you being only able to take 3 characters into a level, you must choose which ones would maybe be better in a level or not. Another thing about this game is that they have items. So items give you stats, and those will increase either your tower damage or your hero damage. So essentially, you can make a character that is all tower damage, so it increases their tower health and their tower stats, their tower range, and their tower speed. Or you can just go purely hero damage and increase your hero damage, your hero health, your hero speed, your hero attack. So here's a brief overview from the tutorial of the abilities that you will use. And each character has different abilities, and you want to use them in situations that are hard to. You obviously want to heal when you are hurt, and when you die, you respawn after a set amount of time. But you don't lose. The only time that you lose is when your core is defeated. Now I was talking about you getting items, and there's a little bit about the character there too, where your character, as you progress through, you level up and you gain more towers. So it starts out pretty slow in the beginning, but later on as you play, it gets quite a bit more because you get more things. So as you can see now, I hit level 2, and I gained a block, a shield, a barricade, whatever. And what that does is it has more health, but it does no damage. So I want to strategically put these in choke points and put them in front of my towers. So my towers do not get hit, instead these barriers get hit. Some more mechanics about this game are that there are waves, and there's only a set amount of waves, or I'm sure there will be an endless mode because there was one in Dungeons & Dragons 1. There was also a mini map on the top right, which shows you the choke points of the map, and it tells you the spawns of your enemies. So that's where all your enemies will come from. So you can kind of pre-plan through the level and decide what you really want to do. Another neat thing about this game is that it's almost unlimited in how much you can go. Like the skill cap, not the skill cap, but the difficulty cap can be the ceiling is very, very high. Simply because levels gain, and once you get a higher level up, you're always looking for better and better gear. And then once you get higher and higher up, you go back to levels, and like this very first level has a normal mode, a normal mode, and then there's 3 levels past that, up to like an insane nightmare mode, which makes things a lot harder. There's a lot more monsters, so you need to progress through the game and do that. But that could only be for the faint of heart, the people who actually want to play the game a lot. It doesn't really matter, because if you just wanted to play this game casually, or normally, once through the game, it won't take that long. You just play through the game on normal, and that gives you the full game experience. Now, is it rewarding? Yes, but you can get a bigger reward when you actually play through the game and you keep playing over and over and over until you get the best gear, if your art desires to replay the game and get better gear and progress through difficult levels. So, things about this game that I do like is that it has a high. That ceiling is something that I very like in games. It allows for replayability, because you can play these maps over and over again until you get the best gear. But it's also something I don't like, because everything then relies on luck. Some more mechanics that was just shown was that you can upgrade your towers, so that's a big thing too. Once you pick up your gems, you need a set amount of gems to upgrade your towers, and the tower cap goes up to like 5, 6, 7-ish. You can also sell your towers if you need to replace them, or you can just repair your towers. So, what I do like about this game is that there's gear and there's progression, but at the same time, it's bad. I don't like it, because then you're relying on luck for your gear to drop for you. Because it's all based on luck then. So you can put in plenty of hours and not get anything, and then suddenly you can just play and then randomly get a very good drop. So what things I do like about this game though are that this new game especially is that it's very nice graphically now. It's also it seems very fun compared to the last game. It seems a little bit better balanced, and it's really more aesthetically pleasing than Defenders 1. The towers seem rewarding. It doesn't seem like one's very, very strong than the other, except for the Ranger class isn't very good at soloing, so that's also a downfall. The Ranger class may need a partner up to actually progress through the game, and that's a downside. But you can level up 2 characters at once, so you could come in, build with your wizard, and then switch back to your huntress. So that's an option. What makes this game different is that it basically has more depth. It has more depth than other games that I've played. Orcs Must Die doesn't have as much depth, but Dungeons & Defenders 2 does. So that's going to be about it, and thank you for watching.